Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 19th. We are waking up at the 4 Point Sheraton in Wakefield, Massachusetts. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. They're calling for record high temperatures out here, pushing mid-90s.
At or above 90 degrees, cooler on the Cape, but look at Boston sitting at 92. We have already beat the record high temperature for the day, which was 90, and we're on our way to 94 this afternoon. 91 in Worcester would keep us just shy of the record high out that way, but these temperatures really excessive for this time of year.
Yeah, so it's going to be hot, but the plan today is we're going to head over to Salem, Massachusetts, visit all the witch trial stuff and all the history over there. Spend the day over there, just kind of looking around and exploring, and then tomorrow we're headed down to Boston to check out all the historic stuff down in Boston, so that's going to be fun.
Used to watch that all the time as a kid.
Yep, I did too. Made it down to Salem. We're walking around now trying to figure out where we're at and what all is around this area. But so far, we just got into the touristy trap stuff. We're going to see how much more we can find just kind of walking around on our own. Of course, we had to visit a few of the iconic places from the movie Hocus Pocus. And then we went down to the Corwin House, which is also known as the Witch House, built between 1660 and 1675. The home of witch trial judge Jonathan Corwin, it became the location that people could come to report suspected witchcraft. It was really fascinating to walk through the house and just think of the amount of history and things the floors and walls have seen over the years.
That's what our house used to have. In Carrollton, we used to have the little shutter things.
So as we left the witch house, we decided to go over to the historic Chestnut Street area, which is celebrated as one of the most beautiful streets in America. It was laid out in 1796, and it's widely considered one of the first planned federal-style streets in the country, known for its magnificent 19th century brick mansions built by wealthy sea captains and merchants. It was really cool to see the houses that were built back in the 1700s and the 1800s that are still standing and still in really good shape and being maintained as a historic district. The amount of windows in these homes and the gorgeous colors were a sight to see. There are a bunch of homes along the street and a lot of history to take in, and it was really getting warm walking around Salem. It was in the 90s and there was little to no breeze, so we decided to finally break down and ride one of the red trolley tours. It was a great decision.
Bring it back here to prove to everybody where you were. So they all were glad to do that. They had so many artifacts, they had to build this giant exhibition hall out of granite called the East India Marine Hall. Upstairs are thousands and thousands of artifacts from all over. Everything from a full Japanese samurai uniform with the sword and everything. 60 wharfs with hundreds of ships tied up, unloading all their goods to be weighed and measured and brought over by a person called the supercargo. He would bring it over here to this custom house right here. Look at the size of that golden eagle up there. That denotes that it's a federal custom house. This is all national park land now. It's free. Nathaniel Hawthorne worked upstairs as a young man. He hated his job so much he wrote the Scarlet Letter when he was supposed to be working. That's Captain Derby's house right there. This is Derby Street. He brought all those bricks back from England. Yeah, he was America's first millionaire. Woo! This is like a working class neighborhood. I love Mercy Javert and Trade House. I think they're set up outdoors now. Yeah. This is Marblehead over here, all these houses and trees. That's beautiful Marblehead, Mass. And here's the iconic shot of the light. Okay, Pickering Light right here. That's the iconic shot. So we'll stop right here so you can get a shot. Don't get that van in the way. There you go. A little bit more. Okay. See Baker's Island behind it in the haze? That's a year-round island. People live there year-round. There's a light on the left of that. Baker's Light, Pickering Light, Derby Light. These aren't lighthouses, they're automated lights. They guide people in during fog and storms. And I'm just going to, who wants to see the smallest house on Chestnut Street? Right here, the blue one. It's only got 14 rooms in it, that's all. Guess who lived there? Nathaniel Hawthorne with his wife Sophia. She loved to party. He did not like to party. When the party goers go in the front, he scoots out the back and has a smoke in the garden. Here's the largest house on Chestnut Street. This has 20 rooms. This has 13 bathrooms and 9 fireplaces and 2 occupants. 2. Guess what they do all night? No, they clean. See this brick building on the right? This is Hamilton Hall. That's where they partied, folks. Look upstairs. You see the ballroom, the big windows? Huge ballroom built all the way across. Has a giant wooden dance floor that they built out of wooden planks that are so wide they flex like 1 to 3 inches when you're dancing. So it saves the dancers a little bit on their legs and their feet. Also, the sidewalks used to be lined with wheelbarrows at night so that the ladies could take their husbands home on Chestnut Street. We need more of those here at Salem, okay? Right, Betty? I also like this little one on the left here. It's a double unit and it has a little door between the 2 units. This oval door is called a gossip door right there. See it? You can open that up and gossip with your neighbor, and you don't have to come down into the street, which is full of horse poo, right? It's a dirt road.
Well, we're enjoying the day here at Salem. Beautiful day, hot as hell. It's in the mid-90s, so it's very warm. We just got done doing the trolley tour, historic trolley tour around town, and that was well worth the money. If you're ever out here and you see those things running around, highly recommend doing that because it was very interesting. You got to see a lot of Salem, a lot of the historic sites, the spots, and got good information. Got to see the harbor, which is pretty. Just general information about Salem. It was a really great way to see everything. Because when we got here, we were trying to figure out how to get around efficiently, and it was harder than you'd think because it just seemed like we were kind of wandering aimlessly, and that helped a lot. So, highly recommend the trolley tour. Once we made it back to the hotel, it was too hot to do anything, so we decided to go to the movies and see Project Hail Mary, which was an awesome movie. I would highly recommend. So stay tuned for part 5 as we're headed down to Boston. Coming soon.